Excuse me, chat. Oh no, we're recording. Oh, we're live? Oh, we're recording live. Okay, everybody, welcome back to another reaction. Today we're reacting to my boy Seth the Programmer. And my video is not going to be titled this. My video, it's going to be titled something. He has it titled, How Strong is Black Frieza? I got another reaction, Can Goku beat Saitama, coming up too, so stay tuned for that. And he actually breaks down Black Frieza's power though, so let's check this out.
Has always been a series full of some of the coldest villains I've ever seen in fiction.
Ooh.
Kid Buu killing everyone on Earth and then chasing them to the afterlife just to do it again. Super Buu raising one hand and killing all of humanity.
I just want to say one thing, excuse me for that burp. Kid Buu, for those who don't know, Kid Buu is my favorite villain of the entire Dragon Ball Z series, because he was the only one that blew up the Earth, and then he chased them. He chased these dudes to heaven. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill y'all again. Make sure y'all stay dead.
Humanity in one attack because Piccolo told him to waste some time on killing humans to buy Gotenks moments to prepare. Raditz coming to Earth to try and recruit his brother to his gang and willing to kill him and everyone he loves if he doesn't. Moro killing every Namekian warrior, fusing together without even ever seeing what he looked like. Broly walking through the main character's strongest attack, or how Goku Black laughed about murdering Goku's whole family just to get the hands from him. Frieza is no exception, with him killing Vegeta while he gave a sad speech about how Frieza killed their whole race and then pretty much just laughed about it. Coming back from losing to Goku as Mecha Frieza to immediately throw hands again, only to come back from hell and train with the sole purpose of slapping around Goku again. Then, when he did die again, he just sat in hell, literally imagining killing Goku from the grave so much, it actually made him stronger. It's safe to say that most Dragon Ball villains make even psychos like Naruto's Zabuza, One Piece's Doflamingo, or even Bleach's Aizen look pretty sane. But what Frieza did...
So, I'm not going to dive too deep into this and this rant about this. For those who don't know, I don't think... I'm going to stick to this. I don't think Aizen can beat Frieza. None whatsoever. Because Aizen just doesn't have a way to put him down. Let alone kill Frieza. I mean, yeah, you could say Aizen's hypnosis is busted. But it really don't do no good to put somebody on a hypnosis if you can't kill them. So... Frieza, like, Aizen can... I just can't see Aizen doing any damage to Frieza. Besides, like, Frieza's blowing up. Frieza would just probably blow up his planet anyway. He wouldn't even get near it anyway, but you better use hypnosis. So, yeah.
In this last chapter,
Frieza's always in space anyway, so he just blow the planet up.
Frieza came into Granola and Gas's arc, one-shot every single person in it, murdered all the main villains in one attack, one-shot Goku and Vegeta that just spent a whole arc getting powers that surpass what made every god of destruction and lords of their universes stand up in admiration, then laughed at them about it, then took two of the main villains' henchmen as his personal butlers, and then left after making someone else's arc his. This is the equivalent of Aizen coming back in Bleach, and instead of helping Ichigo defeat Yuha, he just one-shot him, then one-shot Ichigo, and then just got back into his chair. Black Frieza embodied...
Actually, that's wrong. Aizen did not one-shot Yuha. Yuha actually one-shot Aizen. It was actually about to absorb Aizen to Ichigo cut him in half. So, yeah, I don't think... Yeah, that one might be a little backwards for that. Because if I remember correctly, because I kept reading the manga, he did say he was going to absorb Aizen, take his power or something, but Ichigo stopped him before that was able to happen, because once Yuha absorbed Aizen, he was literally going to be unbeatable. Because then he could just put a person on hypnosis and just walk up to him and absorb them. Or kill them one.
Is a whole different level of hatred and pettiness that many characters can only ever dream of having. So in this video, I wanted to go over the Emperor of Hate himself, Black Frieza, and just how strong he got from training for 10 years straight to whoop Goku's ass. So obviously this video is going to mainly be sort of more of a hypothesis rather than a factual one, but you guys usually like these types, so I thought I'd have fun with it. We will learn Frieza's true limits and place on the pecking order more in the future, blah blah blah, but for now it's safe to say...
For those who don't know, I love Black Frieza. The only thing I hate about him that I agree with a lot of people on is that Akira Toriyama should at least change his face. These color swaps gotta go. Like they can't keep doing color swaps anymore. At some point, they're gonna have to Akira Toriyama have to get real creative with their transformations now. Because at some point, people just gonna be like, oh, it's just another color swap. And to me, if they're not gonna make Cooler canon, they should at least make Frieza turn into like Cooler transformation or something, right? Or give Frieza like some spikes on his head or something, or some spikes coming out of his elbow to make him look more menacing and threatening. You know, like this small, like he could be like the Thanos of Dragon Ball, if they're gonna, especially if they're gonna keep Frieza around for this long.
You won't know.
Don't get me wrong, Black Frieza is a cool transformation. It's just I was hoping with something like he get like a spike or a ninja mask like Cooler did in the movie when Cooler was talking. He had the mask come over his face. Now they could have gave Frieza a mask over his face with just like 2 spikes coming out of his head, and that would have put the icing on the cake, and they would have destroyed it.
A very long time, so let's go over it just for the fun of it. For those that used to scale Dragon Ball back in the day, you heard that right. The current Frieza straight up jumped in a hyperbolic time chamber on some betrayed and trapped in a time chamber type video energy, and basically got a GT time skip of just straight hardcore training as Frieza. Frieza is the guy who went from being weaker than...
And for those who don't know, 10 years training in that Hollow time chamber is a long time. You gotta understand how long that is for him to be in there for 10 years. 10 years, because Goku and them never done 10 years. I think the highest they did was like 4 or maybe 5 years, and then Goku was like, nah, son, I ain't going back in there because it'll put too much strain on your body. But Frieza did it for 10 years. Now, some of y'all might say that's lazy writing. Some might say they like this. And I like it because it makes sense. As long as it makes sense for Frieza to do 10 years training. This just goes to show how intelligent and smart Frieza is. Because after he's seen Gogeta, after he's seen Ultra Instinct Goku and Broly, Frieza's like, oh yeah, I gotta step up my game. I gotta get stronger than these monkeys because they finna just stomp all over me. So that means Frieza is ready to fight Broly. So if he goes against Broly, Frieza's finna smack the shit out of Broly now. He gonna but like, that all you got?
Super Saiyan 1 go.
But you also gotta realize this too. Broly's also training. If y'all went to go see the Dragon Ball Z superhero movie, he's also training. Now, if Broly learn how to get his rage under control, oh, Frieza ain't gonna stand a chance.
Goku on Namek to being stronger than Goku with 17 years of training, Super Saiyan 2, 3, Super Saiyan God that almost blasted apart reality, then that Super Saiyan God form stacking Super Saiyan literally on top of it after training with a God of Destruction and an Angel in just 4 months. Yeah, and now he just dropped 10 years. You can kind of see how this is going to get a little crazy. Even before this 10-year training, we sort of have to account for Frieza's further increases from Revival of F that didn't involve this. Examples being Frieza after dying and imagining beating Goku in the afterlife with image training actually is his equal as a Super Saiyan Blue, even though Goku had just gone through all of the Universe 6 arc and Goku Black arc and years of training in his own time chamber before Universe 6, where he obviously got many power-ups. The most notable increase Goku got from those arcs that is pretty objective is that Goku went from fighting and arguably losing to Hit.
Let me show you how to create an amazing ad using stock.
So I understand what he's saying too. He basically trying to say Goku did 17 years of training and Frieza just leaps and bounds over that. It was already stated that Frieza was stronger than Goku since the Z arc, and he only surpassed him because of Super Saiyan. And Frieza even confirmed this when they was fighting on Planet Namek. He told, I don't know if he told Goku or Vegeta this. It was one of them. I can't remember. I have to go back and watch Z. and read the manga again. But I'm pretty sure Frieza said he never in his life. No, it was actually in the Resurrection F movie, I believe he said this. He said he had never trained his entire life until that movie came out. That was his first time training. Because you gotta remember, Frieza was born with a power level of 1 million. That's just from him. That's just from his child form. In his final form, I think his power level was like 200 million. And his final form was 200 million. No. His final form was 100 million. And his base form, his little form, was like, I can't remember. I think it was like, was it like 1,000, 100,000, something like that? Because his final form, I know for a fact, is 100 million. Because when Goku went Super Saiyan, his power level jumped up to 150 million. So Frieza was down like, no. When Frieza powered up, he was 140 million. So he was still down 10 numbers under Goku Super Saiyan form. So Goku was still leaps and bounds stronger than he was. But I don't know. Frieza kind of got like this weird case where he can just train for like 3 or 4 months and he's OP as shit. But then again, it makes sense because Frieza is a very intelligent being. But I'm gonna tell y'all why this is a good thing though, because I don't think Kira Toriyama did that. I think Toriyama did this. And I think he did this just to show us that Frieza is no slouch. He's very intelligent, very smart, and you gotta also realize Frieza knew about Moro. He knew all about Moro, so people can say, "Oh well, he didn't go help Moro because Frieza didn't want to get involved with whatever Moro had going on." And he didn't want to be involved with Moro had. Oh, stupid thing. But anyways, and Moro was I think he was like a 1,000,000-year-old demon or something they fought. Moro was kind of OP in somewhat, but like, because a lot of people don't understand how OP Moro really is. I actually do. We probably won't really see how OP he is until you get adapted into the anime. But if you think about it, Moro is pretty broken. Because if he were to fight, like, let's say Superman, right? You know, Superman gets his power from the sun. So that would be like infinite supply energy to Moro because Superman wouldn't be able to do nothing. You got to realize Moro also uses magic. They can also beat Superman and hurt him. We didn't really see him do a lot of magic in the manga, but I'm pretty sure when the anime comes out, oh, they're going to have Moro doing all kinds of sorcery magic, like dark magic and shit like that. But one of his OP abilities is Moro has the power to drain people of their energy. And he can do this without even touching you. This is before he fuses with the earth. He had the power to just drain people of their energy. Like, literally right when Vegeta was fighting him, he kicked him into the water, and when he tried to go Super Saiyan, he didn't have no power to transform. He didn't even know his energy was even drained. So just imagine Superman try to fight Moro and he doesn't know what's going on. He might try to shoot his heat vision and then can't do it. He be like, the fuck is going on? Because a lot of people kind of lowball Moro. I don't know why they lowball Moro. Moro is kind of pretty OP. Because you got to think about it. He's draining 2 powerful warriors' power. And Moro was like this demon that was technically unkillable because they sealed him away. But, you know. And I wish Akira Toriyama would give Goku a better attack than it. Because a lot of people think Kamehameha is Goku's signature move. That is actually not his signature move. That is Master Roshi move. His signature move needs to be the Dragon Fist. I'm telling you. Akira Toriyama, Tortaro, y'all need to give Goku the Dragon Fist. Fuck that giant Susanoo. Give him Dragon Fist as his own signature move. Because that would be sick. Because that move was spammed so much in GT, it is engraved in my brain. Like, get him Super Dragon Fist or Fire Dragon Fist. That move would be sick. Like show Goku training and learning how to perfect that technique, and it'd be like his own signature finish besides Kamehameha. He just do Dragon Fist. He just gotta hit you up close. Oh, hold up.
combining with a stronger and more haxed able to kill hit in just base blue, showing that he got over 10 times stronger from the Goku Black Arc alone. This is of course ignoring the potential fusion level increase he got from breaking his limits versus Fused Zamasu. I went over this argument in my How Strong is Goku video, but basically Goku, after getting beat around a little, is able to seriously damage a fusion amped Goku Black Zamasu fusion in pretty short succession. Many people have different excuses or reasonings for this, but if you accept this, then Frieza pretty much got a fusion level increase of his own by the time he's revived for the Tournament of Power. But at the bare minimum, he is at least over 10 times stronger than Revival of F, just by image training and not being able to move. That alone should also speak to his potential that many people don't really seem to notice or account for. However, this potential is actually potentially further shown in the Tournament of Power, where he probably gets even more powerful. During the Tournament of Power, Frieza is considered either second to Goku or around Goku's level, who by this point can use Kaioken times 20. Some argue about whether the guide that actually compares them is just referring to Blue Goku rather than Kaioken, but you get the idea. By the end of the Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta surpass Kefla in their second battle with Jiren, fighting a power stronger than they've ever felt before, as stated by Vegeta Blue when he first faces Jiren actually. Stronger than probably even Fused Zamasu, Blue Vegito potentially, and Ultra Instinct Omen's second release. Then Vegeta, after thinking he took down or hurt a fighter on this level with his final flash, then gains Blue Evolution, which is sort of like his version of Kaioken times 20, and fights God of Destruction powered Toppo. Frieza too takes blows from Toppo, albeit he can't kill him, and Frieza eventually even fights alongside Android 17 and Goku against a fatigued Jiren and win the Tournament of Power. If you think Android 17 doesn't...
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every...
I would do a reaction. Let me know if y'all want me to do that reaction to that Vegeta versus Thor.
Get weaker no matter what, infinite stamina or blah blah blah. He was able to take blows meant for Kaioken times 20 Goku and Evolution Vegeta. It could easily imply Frieza got to at least near this level as well, or perhaps even surpassed it by the end of the Tournament of Power. This is of course being charitable, and if this is true, Frieza easily grows hundreds to thousands of times stronger than he already was in just 48 minutes of harsh and limit-breaking fights. This may seem like a highball at first, but this is actually somewhat supported with the next installment of the anime, the Dragon Ball Super Broly, and in this movie, Goku and Vegeta basically get manhandled by Super Saiyan Broly in a 2v1, and even combining their attacks can't do anything to him. In fact, they are so gapped in power, they don't even bother going Kaioken times 20 or Evolution respectively, and just run away to fuse. And even then, they are so tired, they basically just both pass out by biting Broly briefly. It sort of implies they can't just go full power, both combine an attack, and then one-shot Broly or something. Implying Broly is probably in a caliber or a tier of over 40 times stronger than Goku and Vegeta in their blue states, which is actually proven soon as well in that movie. The reason this is important is, of course, Broly fights Frieza when Goku and Vegeta run away, and they attempt to fuse and actually fail at fusing twice.
Bro,
since each failure...
That shot of Broly when he came up to Frieza like the Hulk, that was like, that's the money shot. When he came up like this, I was like, oh, bro, Broly's the GOAT.
Would last 30 minutes. That means Frieza fought this possibly over 40 times post-Tournament of Power Blue Goku for an hour straight. Yeah, he sat there and got beat up by a guy that scared Goku and Vegeta at the same time longer than the entire Tournament of Power and then some. This is why I don't find it hard to believe Frieza got stronger during the Tournament of Power. Not only this, but Frieza and Broly probably also grew stronger in that hour they fought each other until Gogeta finally arrives and then takes out Broly. Frieza sees Gogeta Blue and this full power Broly and decides he is no match for Gogeta and just decides to leave respectively. This then leads us to Frieza's training arc while Goku deals with the Moro arc and Granola arcs respectively. During the Moro arc, Goku gets a hang of Mastered Ultra Instinct by training with an apprentice angel named Demiris, and gets the hang of an even further powered up form called the True Ultra Instinct against Gas, who is wished to be the strongest in the universe, making him stronger than Goku was before this, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Granola, who was also wished to be the strongest in the universe a while before, Broly, and etc. Frieza then comes in and one-shots True Ultra Instinct Goku, which could bully Broly and even Ultra Instinct Goku from before, Ultra Ego Vegeta, and one-shots Gas and turns him into a skeleton on some Dr. Doom versus Thanos shit. Mocks Goku by detraining.
Bro, for those who don't know, spoiler alert, Dr. Doom, I guess it's a new comic book that came out, but apparently Dr. Doom kills Thanos by ripping his spine out like on some Mortal Kombat fatality shit. And I'm just like, yo, Dr. Doom is a demon. Don't let him get the Infinity Gun out, because everybody would be dead. And Frieza, I wouldn't say Frieza did what Doctor Doom did. I would say he did what Darkseid did from the Snyder cut of that movie when Darkseid stepped on Steppenwolf's head and crushed it. That's kind of what Frieza did. Frieza's more like Darkseid than anything. He's cold-hearted and ruthless, and always calculated.
Transforming to remind him of Namek, and then just leaves after saying he trained for 10 years straight. So what does 10 years actually mean? Can we make a calculation or implication of Frieza's maximum power? Somewhat. There's 3 ways to go about this. You can say, 1, say that it is sort of a multiplicative thing, taking Frieza and revival of Frieza and dividing it by Namek Frieza's power. Or 2, a linear additional thing, and you'd simply add a golden Frieza worth of power every 4 months.
Bro, I just want to say this to my boy Seth, bro. I'm a big fan of you, man. Big fan. I love all your videos, especially when he does Dragon Ball Z and Naruto content. I'm always in there.
3, make a...
That's why I be telling people they gotta watch a lot of Power Scan, because I got a Saitama versus Goku jump coming up very soon. So actually it's coming up tomorrow or today. Because I'm gonna do the live reaction to it, because somebody already did the video. I'm just gonna react to it and then give my 2 cents on it.
Or narrative implication. The multiplication way is pretty absurd, going from busting up some big stars to busting up dozens of macrocosms over with punches. The number would be utterly insane every 4 months, and would put Frieza in something Goku and Vegeta probably wouldn't even dream of hitting even if they fused. At that point, I'd be surprised if even Whis would swap hands with Frieza given those types of numbers. But when Resurrection F first came out and was on websites, it actually stated Frieza got infinitely more powerful than he was on Namek in just this short amount of time as well, so maybe it's not actually that crazy. So if you think that applies to Black Frieza, then this Frieza is some kind of multiversal god entity that probably is going to be fighting Zeno pretty soon. But I doubt that, and I don't think that's the implication. The addition way of Frieza becoming a golden Frieza stronger every 4 months, this method also doesn't work. As we went over earlier, Frieza got over 10 times stronger from image training in the afterlife, and this image training was arguably less than a year long in the actual manga and anime's timeline. And with the addition theory, Frieza would only at most get 3 times stronger, yet he got over 10 times and beyond and even mastered his gold form. The final one is probably the most safe, and that is the narrative one. The narrative one is how strong do you...
I knew this ad was gonna pop up.
Frieza would have to be for him to confidently come out, beat up Goku and Vegeta, and let them walk free another day. How strong would Frieza actually have to be to not even care if they survived and kept training? And how strong would he have to be to keep his insecure little personality that carefree? Frieza in his 10 years states he is training pretty much so that he won't lose to the Saiyans ever again. Not only that, but he is pretty keen to Goku's growth and even notes him as a self-improvement type before seeing any of his development, even before Super begins, even before he meets him in Super, and actually accurately gauged how long it'd take for him to be stronger than him given the time frame. Despite Goku getting crazy god power-ups nobody reading this series ever would have imagined. Frieza called it pretty accurately. Here, he does it again, more than likely. Stronger than any Saiyan, by the way, means he is accounting for
talking
Broly,
about video of Frieza stronger than Goku. Watch out, people gonna be mad as hell.
Goku, and potentially even Gogeta. Him being stronger than Broly is a given. Even Goku and Vegeta are the strongest and second strongest in the universe before any wishes are made in the Granola arc and all the promotional material for that arc. And question who could be stronger than them to Whis and Beerus despite Broly obviously existing and being mentioned before. Broly isn't really the interesting part of this equation. Kefla is somewhat interesting, giving her insane potential that Frieza would have definitely analyzed, but probably not a huge factor. And Goku and Vegeta, even with their Ultra Instinct forms that Frieza predicted they'd master eventually, gets one-shotted. Gohan is a bit more interesting, as if Frieza can read Gohan like he can all the other Saiyans as accurately as he does, he may have actually prepared himself for an eventuality like Beast Gohan as well. But that is far more up in the air. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if
the problem
Frieza
with Beast Gohan, none of us know where to scale him at right now, because they never confirm where this movie takes place at. Well, they say it takes place after the Granola. That's a rumor. That is a rumor. That's not a true fact. Because we won't really know until Tora is starting on the next manga chapter, and we don't know where it's going. I'm assuming the reason why he's taking September off is so he can plan this story out compared to the other two. So I just want Toriyama to take his time with this. Him and Toriyama need to be, emailing each other back to back. Hey, I should give Frieza a different form than this color swap because it kind of looks lame. But they say his form looks different. Somebody actually pointed out, said Frieza's feet and hand look different. Like his hands are like fucking Thanos gloves, like when he had the Infinity Gauntlet on. So when you find out Frieza put out some Infinity Stones, and I'm like, oh yeah, Goku and y'all fucked.
Noted Gohan's potential, however, and as a child, when he was seeing all his explosive potential numerous times and during the top, he would have seen it as well. However, the most interesting one is obviously Gogeta and Frieza training to fight a Goku and Vegeta fusion rather than them individually, which is why he went so overkill on his training. Frieza, of course, wants to be the strongest in the universe, and while he sees Goku and Vegeta as probably fun rivals to fight with, which was even implied during Namek, let alone by the end of Super, where he is just wishing to be taller and stuff, but for him to spare them in that moment is either A, a huge character change, or B, extreme confidence. If he wants to be the strongest in the universe, he has to know that Goku and Vegeta's trump card is, in fact, Gogeta, and that fusion he watched and experienced firsthand. Not only this, but he seems to have gauged that Goku and Vegeta would probably master their instinct powers by this point, at least Goku being able to use the white form. Meaning this dude Frieza may have been training for a potential Ultra Instinct Gogeta. Yeah, let that kind of sink in. Considering what he did in 4 months of real training and less than a year of sitting a cocoon, just thinking 10 years straight does seem like overkill just to beat Goku and Vegeta, doesn't it? Especially for someone as impatient, egotistical as Frieza, dedicating himself for that long.
That's what I'm saying. That's 10 years of training. When he first trained, it was 4 months. But that's 10 years of training. 10 years of training. Overkill. So that means he was training for Ultra Instinct Goku, and if they fuse, he would still be a match for him. But the only reason why I think Frieza didn't finish him off there, I think he didn't want to repeat his mistakes like he did last time. Because if y'all remember, when Frieza mastered and got that gold form, he flew straight to Earth and did not learn how to train. Like he trained to get it, but he didn't train his body to withstand the power of the form. So it always kept burning out. And his stamina was just dropping. So now, he has his black version form. It's supposed to be strong. So hopefully he got the stamina part under control.
Even if Frieza was preparing for a blue Gogeta, which I'm going to be honest, I really think it would be an instinct one. But still, Blue Gogeta is considered an equal trump card to Vegito Blue, and while Vegito Blue, made of the same Goku and Vegeta, is probably stronger, or slightly stronger than Gogeta Blue, Vegito Blue in the manga is as strong as Beerus even during the Goku Black arc, let alone a post-Tournament of Power Gogeta Blue, or post-Moro Ultra Instinct Gogeta. If this is the case, Frieza may have not only been training to face Gogeta, but perhaps as well, even Beerus, who actually directly threatened to destroy him if he trains and becomes so strong he tries to kill Goku and Gang again. All in all, I personally think Frieza is going to be a next-level fusion-level combatant, in my personal opinion, at the minimum, and I think everything really points to it. It'd be really disappointing if Goku and Vegeta can simply surpass him again with a little training arc, and that was that. But hey, maybe I'm being too hopeful. As a last point, some people try saying Frieza actually spared Goku and Vegeta because he couldn't win a fight against them at that moment. I'm not joking, but not only did Frieza one-shot a guy already stronger than both of them, who actually went Berserker amped on top of being stronger than them before that amp, but he then one-shot Goku and Vegeta out of their forms into base while sparing them, to the point that they were on the ground and couldn't even move. All Frieza would have to do is just sort of death beam them or blink at them, and then they would just die. And even if Granola tried to step in, he would just get one shot as well. So I don't really know what this argument is. But even then, I would say Frieza, rather than thinking he'd lose, simply spared them because he sees them as entertainment, which was implied during Namek, or spared them out of extreme confidence to show his new power was really a different level, Or at the absolute bare minimum, if you think he was scared of something, it would be because he was scared of the threat of Beerus trying to get maybe revenge or eradicating him if he took out Goku and Vegeta. Other than that, that's how strong we can hypothesize Black Frieza is at the moment. I tried to go over every little detail, but what do you guys think? Remember, it is Frieza we're talking about, and 10 years of training on top of that, but otherwise, until next time.
Okay. And we saw that. Shout out to my boy Self, the programmer, for breaking that down. Huge fan. Like I said, I've been watching his videos for years since I was a kid. Always been a fan of his YouTube channel. And I love his anime breakdown. He does a lot of power. Go check out my boy Self. But anyways, I want to add my 2 cents in here and then we finna check out because I gotta do another reaction after this. Everything he said was complete, accurate, and true and right. And most times, like there's this whole debate right now going on with Goku, with people saying Saitama could beat Goku, and it's not true. Like I said, I'm gonna do a video for that. But right now, Frieza's looking like he's gonna be the main villain. But right now, I don't think he's gonna be the main villain of the next arc that's coming up. I think they saving Frieza for a bigger arc. So whatever the next arc is coming up, it's probably gonna be something different. Because you gotta realize Tora has to draw the characters. And he has to go talk to Toriyama and to get his approval for the characters to be in there. And then Toriyama made some changes to him just a little bit. And yeah, hopefully the characters we get are pretty cool. I'm hoping for better powers and hacks. Because Gas was the closest we got to different abilities and hacks. This man can literally make weapons out of thin air and like materialize them and make them. That was like the first time they actually got creative with a Dragon Ball Z villain character. Because Gas was just so unique and different. He can make so many different variety of weapons. But yeah, Frieza, he was like my second favorite villain, but Kid Buu is mine. Like I love Kid Buu. I just love, because he just so random and destructive. He just blow shit up. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I told you we got some Dragon Ball Z content coming. Gonna do a lot of reaction to some of these because I like my boy Seth the program. And I got another person I want to react to. They did a breakdown of Goku versus Saitama, why they think Goku would just smash Saitama. Because a lot of people, for whatever reason, think Saitama would beat Goku, which is not true. Not true whatsoever. Maybe Frieza Goku or Cell Art Goku, but Buu Art Goku and Super Goku, and Saitama doesn't stand a chance. But anyways, you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and share it, and turn on the notification bell, and then share my video to all your friends. Because we finna be on the road on this grinding. I'll catch you guys later. Let's check this joint on out, y'all. This shit ain't gonna be sickening. I ain't gonna lie. Capcom has been killing it. They is a